And
we had Audio Man in here, and I couldn't show you.
Listen, folks, sometimes we do things on the fly. And that's what this pistol round's going to be. SpaceSoldiers versus NiP, obviously on Mirage. And we've got 2 kills already. It's a 3-man situation for NiP. They've got themselves the plant, sure, so some kind of a win thus far in the pistol. But how much more, really? It is nice that they've gotten themselves these couple of kills. It's still into the hands of SpaceSoldiers. You'd still think they can get this retake rolling. The problem being, of course, is they've actually now lost a lot of health on one of their 3 remaining guys. Speaking of losing things, though, Lekro goes down, and he would really need to stay up in that moment because Rez is nowhere to be found. And despite the bomb being planted for him, he has 16 health. The timing's going to be figured out right here with eyes towards connector, and that's a pistol round done.
Yeah, mid-smoke come out from TT spawn a little bit delayed. The rush into A is actually going to get beasted. Lekro comes out with a deagle, immediately taking out Major.
Yeah, it's a bit of a message, right? No aggression here for you. At least, however, there is that next layer of defense for SpaceSoldiers, so even despite the push not going well, they are able to retrieve themselves this situation. Now we do have that deep Molotov forward. Forrest still trying to use the pistol to the best of his abilities. However, nobody offers up their head, and that's a strong CT presence coming in from SpaceSoldiers. They are very much kerneled up in the defense. Get Right starts to pop them, and he does fall down. So now, both these Ts closer to the site, and we get this little bit of a reposition from SpaceSoldiers. 2 in on window, now cut down to 1.
It would have been very unexpected for him to peek. Now he's made his first bit of noise jumping out. That's actually activated Paz to move from the CT box and check further into the site, leaving just Rez to lurk around now.
Gonna be pretty tricky for Rez to head that way, but he whiffs the jump, and that would have been perfect. He could have got himself all the way up catwalk, right into the B site with an easy plant. But now, because he missed that jump, the pressure is on, and you see how much closer the rotations are for SpaceSoldiers. I'm not saying he had much of a chance to win this round, but he definitely had a chance to plant the bomb, which has now just been denied.
Setting up for a fast execute, good time to probably change the tempo. Paz will be the first man standing.
Flashbang, not going to assault it right away, but Paz can't make the most of the opportunity. Still, the kills begin to trickle in as he gets shots. Gunright, sure enough, tries to throw a wrench into the works, and it does distract Calyx for long enough for him to be traded out. Major, the Opper up close. Pops also the shotgun, apparently. Smokes will be trying to isolate Xanteras, currently the heaviest hitter on 14 frags. He's been doing a fantastic job. He will still be there if the defense falls, but thus far, it stands strong and tall. Lekro finally getting himself something to work with, tries to isolate the player behind the box, but luckily Get Right gets the best of him. Get Right will still take the responsibility of the forefront, but another missed jump. He could have peeked 2 CTs. They're gonna go off the pop flash, and it's nearly interrupted. Great trade from Xanteras, and an awful team flash, but luckily it costs them nothing further. They've shown no sign as to why they would be here until the bomb sound is heard. And Rez takes a duel just in that instance, puts it on Xanteras, and it is 12 health left for Rez. A terrifying situation for him with this man in front. A clutch that could very easily go his way. The bomb not planted for ramp whatsoever either. So this is not going to make the job of Rez any easier. He's going to have to rush forward, you'd think. And he's not even going to make the play. Big balls on Xanteras, and he'll get the kill as well.
Major's going to be up in the smoke, as we've seen him do. And I really just want to follow Xanteras in the later part of this round to just figure out how he's going to react to this B push that's coming in. And Paz going to take first contact.
He's able to get himself 2, not the 3rd. It's the Opper that shuts him down. Calyx up in the apps will clean up with a double.
Players on A, though, for SpaceSoldiers. They've given up mid. They're ready for this.
Oh man, let's see how it does unfold. We've got Smoke's Deep Palace, we've got Get Right being thrown over to the top of the Tetris. Still the crossfire between Sandwich and bottom Balk is set, but one side's been blown apart, and then Major falls. He's been caught off on that rotation. Still, Calyx resides inside of the site itself. On the cross is where he'll attempt to kill them. Engine even, just floating around the triple stack. He gets blindsided from Get Right. There's the second. Great kill from Engine. That's beautiful spray control. But now the biggest question is, can Xanteras take us into an astronomical clutch? He is playing out of this world. But this would be a whole new height. 2 players pinned behind boxes, knows where one is at least, and he wins the duel immediately. He is sitting on enough health to do this.
And at this point, with the time ticking low, he's got to finally do that. Now, they're going out wide. First player goes down. He's going to get back on the bomb. The spray hasn't come out quite yet. And Xanteras gets the frag as well. Will he be able to defuse? He has enough time. Oh my god!
So close.
I always feel safe when I'm next to you.
You shouldn't.
Just like all of SpaceSoldiers' teammates when they're next to Xanteris. Coming out hot in this round with a first kill. And it's the CT rotations are manic. I mean, anytime anything happens where we're getting so many different forms of adjustment, and
beautiful.
That one does not pay off. Amazing shot from Dennis.
It's an important kill as well. Remember, this was a 5v4 into the favor of SpaceSoldiers. We talked about that in your 30% win percentage. Well, here's one, Lunders. Little Molotov to ensure that nobody could have flanked them in from Palace. They will still be wary of it. Obviously, if they're Molotoving the backside, then they should have eyes on the entrance. Or fire. Flames will keep someone isolated in there. And great cover from Dennis. I believe that's his 3rd kill of the round, all off the AK headshots. So a little bit of individual form starting to shine through here from NiP.
But overall, like the executes seem just as organized. Now they're starting to hit shots a little bit more.
Exactly. He must be aware of a potential contact, and he definitely hears Forrest moving around inside the ladder room. Now, this should be a second player confirmed, and he's not able to get the kills, but the damage is significant, and Calix's position, despite low health, could very easily catch a player off guard, and if he's lucky, maybe 2. Xanteris will draw the attention away, chipping at the health of NiP as they enter the site, but it is checked unsuccessfully. Rez goes down, and Calix strikes for the double.
I don't know. It was mechanics that bailed him out in that situation, but SpaceSoldiers pick up another one, and we move into the last round of the half now. 11-3 for SpaceSoldiers.
Xanteris, good smoke work, just putting himself halfway down the staircase. Very difficult to see his head, but he will be taken down, and Major reaggresses from the window. That fight is occurring now, and Get Right has gone past. So at least it's information given to SpaceSoldiers. They know what's up, and Engine drops the bomb. That could be the nail in the coffin here in the 15th round. It's the final of NiP's T side, and it falls on to Dennis. 25 seconds. And unfortunately for him, no one overstepping boundaries just yet until they strike at the same damn time. 12-3. Very fast T-side. Look at them go. SpaceSoldiers already thrown out the window of the apartments. Lekro to the back door of Market sees that they flooded forward, but it will, of course, be Dennis with the first kill. An anchor in the pistol rounds of NiP. He and Lekro continuously standing side by side again. It is now Xanteris who's died, but with the bomb planted, they are waiting for NiP to come moving forward, and Calix could get the double. However, he is denied. It is Engine, alone and isolated as 3 CTs come stampeding forward. He too will drop, giving NiP a chance on the defense. Have invested into this, and Rez very quickly gets himself into the cubby of underpass.
They had no one check this. Oh, Major.
Setting a smoke.
Yeah, he's about to get the debate right now. Oh my gosh, Rez just missing that barely.
And in fact, we have Engine in a very curious position towards B-Apps as well, so there's still an uncertainty here, but there is most certainly a kill from Xanteris. A second? Not going to be a third, you'd think. I mean, the flash has gone over the wall, and he's been afforded his life. Some way, he has still remained standing, but he lost Calix, and that's the bomb carrier most importantly. There is 35 seconds left, and you need to retrieve this device. Sit very clearly in the eyes of Dennis. Lekro with a sidearm out will be traded. Sure enough, but it's a 1v3 for Dennis to have to deal with.
Dennis has made his way back, which is obviously one of his options, but Paz is too nice. Has some enemies that he knows are very close to him, and he's got a CZ, a very dangerous weapon at this range, but can't actually do anything about the players that are here.
Dennis, very crucial headshot there to come off of the scout. The only remaining primary gun, it is the back of Paz that has been scattered with CZ shots, which is good enough to deny some kind of mid-control. It does force the player there to wrap all the way around through spawn, but it does still give SpaceSoldiers a 3v3. This is a dangerous plant. Excellent shot from Dennis. He gets the support player down, not the planter, who will have further support because that rotator has arrived. So the bomb's not down. The job's not done. But at least it hasn't been lost. Thrown out into the open. Great shot from Lekro. Better one from Forrest, because now this clutch is very winnable. He has the health advantage, and he knows that Calix was just seen on the site. It's timing. How do they play the timing? Because Calix could fake a B-rotate, or he could legit just go.
Just gonna walk right into it. Oh, almost crouches under the crosshair of Forrest, but redemption for the man. Oh, I think it was Config, 47 kills versus Complexity on in a qualifier, but that might have been not even on land.
Poor Dennis, so blinded by the flashbangs and the pace from SpaceSoldiers. Sure enough, it is put back into even keel, and Engine looks like he just wants to creep into the site. Xantares gets an excellent kill from Palace, and even though Engine's been spotted, Get Right can do nothing about it. What a wall bang straight down through the floor, forces Forrest to go over and forces him into another disadvantageous clutch, but he has won these. And he knows the planter has just walked off site, but he can't win the fight, and that's 15 rounds for the T side.
But overall, clearly a symptom of what NiP, what state NiP are in right now.
That's big for Forrest.
That was
Remember,
nice.
Last time that they were on a broken buy like this, it was actually Forrest shutting down the middle to window jump that enabled them to win the round. So now that he gets that kill again with a CZ and upgrades his hardware, he's looking good. He's fallen back into the B bomb site where Lekro certainly needed help, but he has the element of surprise. A blindside from the Deagle and a trade frag from Forrest, taking down the top fragger of SpaceSoldiers, leaving it on Engine, who's not looking much stronger than a 4-cylinder at this point because it is just 2 HP. 3 opponents. Dennis takes him down.
You have a round like we just witnessed where SpaceSoldiers have very little chance of getting in.
Missed shot by Rez, going to allow for the cross to happen. At least the first stage of it. Frag grenades, softening up the targets. Rez, though, great little bit of a gap in the smoke, makes the most of it. Drops Paz, takes the man advantage, and NiP looking to hold on to this as they also look to hold on the map. But Rez gets himself a second. Third not going to happen. Excellent flash, did not look away. He wanted to nail that kill. Probably knowing, of course, that his teammates are here to support and that they'll hold off on the cross. He commits to the kill attempt instead. And things slow down a moment.
Yeah. Well, this is actually where SpaceSoldiers have found the most success, when they have been given respect, and there's Forrest playing patiently no matter how well he is overall, which is always a good sign. Engine getting CT control means that they now have an option to plant the bomb, and the round has been opened up. But Get Right stopping that.
All dead.
And that's going to deny any CTs from trying to push out and seek information.
Molotov blown up. Not going to force Get Right out of position, so Calyx has to be wary. He's going to lose the duel. Sure enough, it is straight back, which is good enough. They could have gone for a plant potentially because the CT rotate is only now arriving, and it has been blocked off by flames. Now forced back by flashes. And there you have it, folks. The bomb is down. We've got a player back behind Firebox, one inside of Sandwich, and a double ramp-up setup, which will confirm there is no long flank. So eventually, based on timing, SpaceSoldiers will turn all of their heads towards this swarm of ninjas. Doubling up on CT, coming 2 off of the staircase. They are starting to fall and starting to fumble. They nearly push this all the way back, but this is where it ends. SpaceSoldiers, 16-13, and NiP have fallen short.